Church, if you're breathing today, you got a reason to give God praise. If he woke you up, if he kept your mind, if he made a way out of no way, just lift your hands right now and say, Lord, you always come through. Lord, you do it. Slow worshiping. He always comes through. So much a day for me. Glory. Give him glory. He always comes through. Yes, he does. Glory. Won't he do it? He always comes through. He always comes through. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Won't he do it? He always comes through. Oh, yes, he does. Won't he do it? He always comes through. He always comes through. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. If you know he came through. Yes, he does. If you know he came through for you. Yes, he does. What to do? He always comes through. He always comes. He always comes through. I feel breakthrough in the room. I feel chains breaking right now. He didn't fail me. He leaves. He never. He never. He never. He always comes through. He always finds. I feel breakthrough in the room. He always. I feel chains breaking right now. He never. He never fails. He never walked away. No, never runs away. Never. He never turned his back. Never. Somebody that knows God still works miracles. Somebody that knows God still works miracles. Open your mouth and give him praise right now. He's helping me. He's helping me. He always comes through. He always does. He always does. He always comes through. Every time. If you know he came through. If you know he came through. He always comes through. He always comes through. All right, church, catch your breath, but don't you stop praising him. We almost done. But he's not done blessing. He always comes through. Say it until you believe it. He always comes through. Say it until you believe it. He always.
You better say it until you believe it.
He always. He always. He always. If you believe it, just a whisper. If you believe it, just a whisper. He always comes through.
Y'all better pray.
Always
Take them right now.
He always comes.
Coming soon to Renewed Gospel. Wow. I amaze myself sometimes. He's always coming through. He always come through. Wow. I hope y'all heard that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. I ain't staying on long.
Do you think Shedeur has a chance to play Sunday?
No. I can't figure out this. Why would you draft him and welcome in the circus, not even always his fault, that comes with him, only to not play him? Like, what? Only the Browns would do this.
Take the negatives
And none of the
Shedeur
positive.
and none of the positive.
Do you think Shedeur has a chance to play Sunday?
No. I can't figure out this. Why would you draft him and welcome in the the circus, not even always his fault, that comes with him only to not play him. Like, what? Only the Browns would do this.
Take the negatives
And none of the
Shedeur
positive.
and none of the positive.
First of all, you got to lose the mentality. Like I've been telling y'all. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe, and say, tell your friend about that money, man. You already know. You got to lose the mentality. You draft a hot commodity. You blackball them, bear them on the depth chart, Kaepernick them, buck breaking, whichever word you want to use. And you steady don't play him. You ain't even give him the opportunity. You ain't even give him the opportunity to even sniff the field, let alone participate in practice. Because they're ridiculous, man. And no, he not playing Sunday. I don't go ahead, whatever y'all been reading or whatever he just said like that. The only way Shedeur getting in the game at this point if it's Dillon Gabriel get hurt. And I don't want to keep saying you don't wish nobody get hurt. But at this point, I ain't saying I want Dillon Gabriel to be hurt, but I wouldn't be surprised. Because push come to shove, I might have to do both. I might have to push and shove you off that cliff. Because look here. I need my opportunity, man. I need my opportunity. I don't, at this point, we just want to see Shedeur play. Don't nobody, us, well, I ain't gonna say us. I won't say me. I don't care if he play good or bad. I just want to see him play. Because we ain't gonna know if he gonna be good or bad until he plays. And I know what I'm gonna keep saying it. I seen it with my own two eyes. I seen Shedeur in person, not prepared as the other ones was getting prepared. And he outshined the one that's in there playing now. Because ain't no way in the world you gonna tell me Dillon Gabriel deserved to be nominated for Rookie of the Week just based on the stats. They got to play the whole totality of the game film in the play. You can't tell me that man deserved to have his name in the Rookie of the Year nomination. That's what I'm saying, Sam. He had no rep going in that Carolina game. None. And then his development, they kept saying he was behind. He was this, he was that. We 11 weeks in now. You can't tell me his development still slow and he ain't learned nothing. So if he was playing that good then, with no reps, no protection calls, no prep, no knowledge of the playbook, and he played that good, what you think gonna happen 11 weeks later? What you think gonna happen 11 weeks later? That's what I'm saying. So you running out of excuses, man. You running out of excuses. But y'all already know. Tony G making a good point. But I don't, with the title, I ain't saying what he's saying, because I ain't watched it. But Shedeur Sanders still not taking 13 reps. When Dillon Gabriel been getting them, I'm telling you he not gonna play. He not gonna play. Look, Carter, I don't know. I made a video about some of that, but it was more Kevin might be trying to play Shedeur. He really want to play Shedeur, but can't. Now that's a big if now. That's a big if. Well, y'all a little nasty, a big butt.
A brand new episode of the Daily Grocery. It is Friday, November 14th. It is Ravens week. We are getting ready for that game at 4:25, Tony. Don't get to the stadium at 8 a.m. on Sunday forgetting that it's somehow a 4:25 game.
Yeah, beat the traffic. Get there at 10 a.m. This gives us ample time to watch the Cincinnati-Pittsburgh game at 1, which is, to me, the game of the week.
That's the game. There's some good games this week, Tony. We got Seattle, LA, Denver, Kansas City. There's some good games this week, and then there's Browns, Ravens.
Well, it's a rivalry game, so they got that going. I think that game is in
pretty normal on what he talked about, but finally it came up. We've been, wondering this all week, and if someone was going to ask, and you weren't out there today, but somebody did ask, hey, Shedeur's the backup quarterback. Has anything changed with his reps on getting him ready to play? Tony, what did Kevin Stefanski say?
Well, what I heard him say was no, but he's just coming off the field now for that extra period after practice that we've established, and he's been doing well in that, doing well in the meetings, doing well in everything they ask, but apparently not well enough to.
Oh my goodness, bro. Here come the switch up, but then he gonna say, but not well enough. Come on now.
To get any sniff of a game.
Cause you know how I told y'all them positive narratives, the biggest hater starting to switch up because he want to see Shedeur play now. He ain't gonna say it directly, I don't think. Maybe he will. But the biggest hater of Shedeur and the bigger promoter of Dylan Gabriel, Tony G, looks like and sounds like to me that he want to see Shedeur play.
Well, and I'm going to ask you then again, Tony, isn't this playing with fire if he has to play on Sunday, that they just are not giving him reps to be with the first team?
Sure it is. Either they have supreme confidence in Dylan Gabriel withstanding any pass rush that could disable him. Of course, the Ravens don't have a pass rush right now very much. But he's putting the team in harm's way if your backup isn't well prepared. But Kevin has always left that on the individual. It's your job to be prepared if you're the backup, and that's backfired before. Witness DTR.
Yeah, it has backfired before. It feels like they've gotten away with this a few times, and I'm not saying that Shedeur would be not prepared coming into a game. It's just with a rookie, you think that but they didn't used to do it for DTR. It's not like DTR was getting first team reps when he was the backup. So you're right about that.
That's why I brought it up. Yeah, that's why I brought it up.
Yeah, Tony, question here for you. Zach Orr.
How they comparing Shedeur to DTR? Shedeur was projected to be a first round pick. They keep forgetting that part when they talk about he got drafted in the 5th round. But you need to see, but he was projected to be a first round pick. They keep forgetting that part. They so stuck on 5th round. How you comparing Shedeur to DTR? That man ain't even near Shedeur's stratosphere. He in and out the league, bro. That's why y'all traded him. Y'all put a fast one on the Eagles with that. To get Kenny Pickett, then you trade Kenny Pickett. That's what I'm saying. You can't compare them two. And now, Nisi, as far as I know, Cole Prime ain't in the hospital. Y'all need to, I'm telling you, quit just reading the stuff. Check the source. I know it pop up. But you can't read it and then check it. Check another one, and then check another one after that. Yeah, they be lying. I don't see them about Cole Prime in the hospital. Nope.
The Ravens defensive coordinator. He was asked about the Browns quarterback situation, and he revealed that that they've been preparing for both Shedeur Sanders and Dylan Gabriel. What do you make of that?
I don't know how much you could prepare for Shedeur Sanders if you're an opponent right now. What do you look at? You look at the Rams game, the Charlotte game. Do you go back to Colorado versus Colorado State? What do you look at?
Yeah.
I think he's, it has to be on their mind that it's a possibility. But if they have the internet, they know that he's not even getting first team reps. They know that. So I think he's just letting his media know that. We thought about that. we haven't needed to do too much.
Yeah, and then Tony, back on to what Kevin talked about today. How do you think, like, to this point, we haven't seen guys really like giving up on Kevin and like giving up in a game. But at some point it could happen. Do you think that Kevin's worried about that, or what? Are you feeling anything from that from him?
Well, you're right. Just start with Myles Garrett. He's playing harder than he ever has, and he's trying to set the example for everyone else. And that's a great thing, because if Myles Garrett was taking plays off and being lax, everyone would notice, and they would say, well, if he could do it, I'm going to do it. So that's
well, he need to tell them to play Shedeur. Y'all know I don't want to go to that dude video, but I thought he had the clip. He ain't got no clip in here. I thought he had a clip. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I think he probably reported my page. Now I think about it. What Mitt Robinson said. Okay, I left a little comment down on one of his videos. And I was like, you make it harder for you with the clickbait stuff, making it harder for me to tell the truth. And I ain't gonna say ever since then, my channel been going through stuff. But, bro, if you that petty, if folk that petty to do stuff, bro, this world got a long way to go. That's what I want right here. Let's see what this is. Hold on. Let's do this one first. Hold on. Where that? Dang, I just had it. I closed it. That's why. Hold on. I'm all over the place. Wait a minute. It definitely wasn't him. Who you know who it was then? There it is right there. There's been a lot of buzz there with the Browns backup quarterback Shedeur Sanders, and when he is going to play, do you spend any time during the week looking at this tape, and preparing for him too? Yes, definitely. We always look at that. Our scouts do a great job of preparing us for who could possibly be coming into the game, and we always do that with backup quarterbacks because you want to know what you could potentially be facing. So we definitely done some work on Shedeur Sanders both last game and getting ready for this game. So they were preparing for Shedeur. Ain't no way in the world he was preparing for Shedeur the last time they played. Ain't no way. Shedeur with a third string then. Shedeur with a third string. So you mean tell me he was preparing for Shedeur to get in the game the first time they played? But I'm telling you, man, Savage. Chill, bro. But yeah, ain't no way in the world you preparing for Shedeur that first game. Well, I could be wrong.
We probably should also reference Garrett Bush today. Our buddy G. Bush said that he's gotten texts from Browns players that say, yeah, they're ready to see Shedeur.
Listen, I've known G for a million. We both have known G for a very long time, right?
I've known him longer.
Yeah, that's true. You have. I did 6 years of pregame shows with G. He has shown me numerous DMs from all sorts of different players on the Browns. Like the idea that people are like, oh, those aren't real. It's like people have been sliding into G. Bush's DMs for years on this stuff. Okay, so I'm going to believe what he's saying there because he's got no reason to lie on this, and also this has been happening for years with players. So I do believe in what he's saying, and it just makes common sense as well. Though, the other reason why it's pretty easy to believe.
We also want to quickly reference Brad Stainbrook, another member of the Browns beat. He's got his own Substack. You can check this out, where he had said effectively that they're on the coaching staff. There's a split of people who still believe in Dillon Gabriel and people who believe that maybe Shedeur would give them a better chance to win.
Wow. Wow. I need to watch that episode. They got me 300,000 views on TikTok.
Asked by the media. But if he has a step back, guys, and Kevin Stefanski continues to put him out there, at some point I'm going to start getting really pissed because you're not just wasting our time, you're wasting that locker room's time with your pet. And I can't tell you how much I need Dillon Gabriel just to have a big boy game on Sunday. I need to be able to defend, and not even defend. Kevin needs to be able to defend Dillon's performance on Sunday rather than when he's directly asked by the media. So where have you seen the growth in Dillon? Well, young quarterbacks have a lot of ups and downs. And no, Kevin, he said, where do you see growth from the first start to this start?
Yeah.
I need to see growth.
I want the type of game where Stefanski does like the Kirk Cousins at the end of that is like, you like that, like that was so dominant. That was so, it was so impressive for so many different reasons that people after the game are fighting about Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders in a meaningful way.
But if he has a step back, guys,
I'm reading y'all comments at the same time. But yeah, Kevin don't never defend it. He always say he a young rookie, he did that, whatever. He don't never defend that play, man. They always deflecting and then talk about Shedeur. You don't even want to answer the question. You don't want to ask the question on nothing. So what the excuse gonna be this Sunday when the Ravens drop 40 on the Browns? Because everybody think it's going to be a close game. I don't think it'll be a close game at all. Whoever had quarterback for the Ravens. Because if it's Snoop back there, if Snoop Huntley come in the game, he already know it. He was just with the Browns twice. So, yeah. I don't think the Ravens about to drop 40. I don't care what the defense doing. Because they ain't gonna be doing nothing. And then y'all up here throwing out folks' name. I don't know. I know one thing. Bruh, algorithm triggering. That's all I know. I'm looking at the numbers too. Bruh, algorithm is triggering. I don't know how, don't know why, but I need to figure it out. So mine can start triggering. They should have grew tight. That's what I'm saying. That's why they ain't want to keep him. Because they could have signed. Well, y'all said they signed Tyler Huntley signed with the Ravens practice squad before he got offered the Browns, I guess. And so that's why I get the Browns didn't put him on the practice squad. And they went to Bailey Zappi. Or maybe they went to Bailey Zappi because Shedeur was getting tight with Tyler Huntley. That could be the possibility too. Because we seen they done got rid of almost everybody was cool that Shedeur was cool with. Because Tony Brown left. Gage got cut for a minute. Luke got cut. Is Luke still on the practice squad? Well, that's stuff I'm saying, though. But I was looking for G. Bush tweet. It's his birthday today. That I seen. Here it is right here. Gotta stop playing games, see what it is back. This man went off when he was saying he been getting texts from players. Like, man, I ain't got that type source though. But y'all know I think outside the box. With mine. I ain't even put it up. That ain't the most ignorant thing I ever heard. What you talking about? The Vegas to play is crazy. Karen Davis, yeah. Caton. Yeah, he the one that caught Shedeur touchdown passes. See? Gabriel need more help. You better go in the lab because if he count on the receiver, he gonna have to elevate their play. Black Barber. Damn, what's that up to? They tried to throw Shedeur out there with no real and thought he was going to fail, but God pretending. You might be right. You might be right. You might be right on that one. He went viral. He been going viral. And the reason why I say that, I be looking at the numbers. I be looking at their channels and what they be posting. The videos, the live streams. I know how much money they making. Because I can calculate it. Based on what I know. And that's why I be like, their algorithm triggering. They is getting pushed out there. Did he say it on Ultimate Sport? Or did he say it on his channel? I had seen it. Didn't we watch it last night? Didn't we watch that clip last night? When he said that? I ain't counting their pocket. I'm trying to find it. I just be looking, bro. I'm focused on my stuff. I got a lot going on right now. Where that? I didn't I play that clip yesterday? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When he said it when Zach was on. I see the Zach clip. Y'all can't even see it. Y'all can't see nothing. Y'all know I usually have this stuff up and ready. I was doing something else. You see, this ain't the full clip though.
The second part of that question is, I can't help but feel a level of tension, air of from the outside looking in. It, at one point in time, it felt like everybody was saying the same, beating to the same drum. But now I don't kind of see that. I see that, one guy likes one quarterback. There's people who obviously drafted another quarterback that they said they're going to see him. D. Podesta decides to take a job. Maybe that was a, hey, you might want to go find something because we might not bring it back type deal. And the general manager ain't speaking. I mean, are these guys kumbaya like they used to tell us all the time?
I don't think so. I mean, it's going to be 6 wins in 2 years.
Yeah.
And that's the main discussion point, right? Let me throw this at you. You want to take 1 at 1, or do you want to trade pick 34 for Mac Jones and go forward that way?
Trade what pick?
Pick 34. Your top of your second round.
Why I got to be that one?
Because he's under contract for making no money. So why wouldn't someone else want him? Why couldn't you? Why would the Niners just take a third? Why wouldn't they just ask for more? They're probably going to ask for pick 14.
I'm gonna tell them kick rock.
Okay.
For Mac Jones, a first rounder, a first round pick for him? No.
Then you got to take one.
You want to trade a first-round pick for Mac Jones?
No, I'm saying you want to take.
Yeah, no.
The starting point's going to be the top of that second.
Or Kyler Murray. Well,
definitely not Kyler Murray.
I like Kyler Murray better than Mac Jones, but I don't want him either.
Here's what I'm gonna say.
You like Kyler Murray
better than Mac Jones.
It's the same thing as Dillon. It's just.
So this what started their mess with that Kyler Murray trade. Y'all know the trade deadline over with. You got to wait till the offseason to do that trade. Don't nobody realize that.
He's at least with Kyler Murray, you can be mediocre.
You can't make the case for Kyler Murray here.
No.
He's too small. He's busted. He makes too much money. Mac Jones makes the minimum contract.
Agreed.
That's
I'm
why
just
he's going to
saying,
get traded.
I think he's a better quarterback than Mac Jones. I'm not saying trade.
Oh, probably. But he's not going to succeed.
But I don't want him either. I don't want him.
And I'm not saying Mac Jones is going to succeed. I'm just throwing out this scenario.
So
right, I got you.
So if that scenario. Hey, listen, Jimmy. Let me talk to you real quick. If that's the scenario, big dog, listen, after this Ravens game, the risk got to be up. All right, we ain't got no time to be talking about more time and give him an opportunity. And that 160 game, Shedeur Sanders might be in this game against the Raiders. Because if we moving that way that fast, and it's Mendoza or Simpson, I need a 5, 6, 7 game runway. I got to see him play immediately. I'm done looking at the rest of this stuff then.
Can I ask Zach a question real quick?
No.
What you just said?
No. That's what I'm saying. He in the right system, just like a lot of these quarterbacks is. A lot of these quarterbacks get in the right system, and they flourish. And then when they leave that system, Aaron Rodgers, they can't play. They can't play. They just mediocre. And then some of them players, like Sam Darnold, Geno Smith, back when he was with Seattle, like Sam Darnold, they got in a bad situation in their rookie year, and they early in their career, and Baker Mayfield, they had to bounce around in the league until they found a system that fit, or they learned enough to be who they player they is today. But Geno Smith done fell off a cliff. But like I said, back when he was with the Seahawks, that's the reason why they got rid of Russell Wilson. But like Sam Darnold now with the Seahawks, because now he done found a resurgence in his career. Baker Mayfield, the same thing. Man, Robert, I done told you. They be watching. I ain't say nothing like nothing. Ain't nobody talking. Y'all just hit that like button. I appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Thank you. We kind of discussed this in layman's terms and on the perimeters earlier in the week, but I heard Mary Kay on the radio this morning. She was on with Ken and Lima, and they asked her, have you heard from any players clamoring for Shedeur behind the scenes, like calling for him? It's his time. I'm just curious. You're in there as much as anyone else. Have you heard any? She said no, by the way.
No, I have not heard that. And Lima's been beating that drum, right? Like, It's a fair question because you do hear that generally. But I think people have hit the wall. No, I think what I heard was the frustration about the defense, the penalties last week, and the obvious frustration about the special teams.
Yeah.
But like you just look, he's not a developmental quarterback right now. He's a quarterback who's hit the wall, right? You have your picture painted of who Dillon Gabriel is because he has done nothing but go backwards since that first game.
That's right.
He is overmatched. And the numbers say that, and the eye test says it, and the reality says that he always
did right here.
They put him out here. They rushed him in. They didn't do him any favors. They're not doing him any favors with this receiving core. But it's very clear he is not going to be an NFL quarterback, and that has been the case since the spring.
And that's why I can't listen to this. Shedeur Sanders is not ready because even if he's not, neither is Dillon Gabriel. So just play him.
Yeah.
And if he stinks, he stinks.
Well, it's so bad that the argument automatically takes off in a different direction, right? Like, those two are not really related. Like, was Dillon ready to play? Sure. He just can't do it. With Shedeur, it's totally different.
Yeah, that's true.
And like we have said, maybe the one way out, because we're talking about Mac Jones here 2 weeks before Thanksgiving. All right. Maybe the one way out is for Shedeur to be the answer, for Shedeur to be the starter.
Right.
Oh, why not number 4?
Because we've seen him play. He's made 19 starts here in Cleveland.
He's making a comeback.
I don't think so. I still am.
He's not going to play.
I still be very surprised if he's on the field.
It's the Browns, so you never know.
The door is open.
And can I debunk it? This talking point got to die too.
What's that?
The whole, if somebody would have saw him play in the players would have seen him, somebody would have been saying something. Name being the last player that jumped on record when a reporter said, "Hey, what do you think about the quarterback?"
Well, not on record. Nobody's going to say something on record.
Here's,
guys could be saying something off the record.
Hey, listen, I don't know how many. So let me just tell you.
Last time a backup got any recognition for being good and should be playing was Brock Purdy when he was a rookie.
There's more.
He about to spill it. G-Boy about to tell it. This the part. Yeah, this what we did watch. But for y'all that ain't seen it, this is where G. Bush gonna talk about him with the players, mentioning the players and stuff, and why he going viral with Miss Robinson. It's like, America said, "There's no need to play Shedeur." Of course she gonna say that. Because they gonna talk about they trying to protect them. They ain't got no offensive line. But you gonna let Dillon Gabriel play and get beat up and sacked and mess up his career? That what you want? That's basically what they saying. We don't want Shedeur to play, so we gonna protect him. Because we don't want him behind that offensive line, that bad offensive line. But you gonna let Dillon Gabriel get back there and make a fool of himself and ruin his career? This why I say maybe Kevin wants to play Shedeur, but can't. That's just part of it. I ain't saying it's true, but maybe that's what's going on. But it's two sides to it.
Recently,
how
back to Joe Flacco in 2023, we were hearing about in practice he was tearing up Jason came in, was like, these dudes won't stop talking about how Joe Flacco torched this defense.
Maybe I gotta just stand. Do I gotta do backflips off this table?
Yes.
Because I done told you multiple times on this show.
Yes.
I said my phone went off the hook last week. I don't even know these folks. They're like, listen, we tired of seeing this. We're tired.
Players?
Yes.
Okay.
We're tired. And by the way, I keep trying to, these ain't no special teamers. You do the math. It ain't special teams dudes running down on kickoff.
I hear you. So, I don't.
So here's the thing. The reality of the situation is it ain't up to the players to decide who it is. The decision is on Kevin Stefanski to play the guy who gives you an opportunity to do something. And we've obviously seen that he's not the dude. We've seen it, but we have to sit here and pretend. Why are we pretending?
Are we?
Yeah, no, we're not pretending. We're not pretending. Some people are pretending.
Yeah, some people are.
Some people still pretending. But no, I'm talking about. I'm not talking. I'm talking about in a bigger picture.
I think it's a small percentage of people that are pretending at this point.
Look, Shedeur played in the first preseason game on a Friday night, right? And then the next week they went to Philly for the biggest part of the training camp. And he got hurt. He did not participate that week.
Right.
Then he played the next week and he flopped. So he did not do himself any favors because that's when development ends. Right?
He flopped. He had a whole offensive line that got cut. The running backs got cut. The receivers got cut. What you mean? He flopped. What? It's a difference between elevating your teammates when you the starter, but getting the short end of the stick from the beginning. What you think a man's supposed to do? The man's supposed to work a miracle out of water. He ain't Jesus. He can't turn that water to wine. What you expect him to do? You had a whole offensive line that got cut. Every player almost on that field got cut that was out there with Shedeur. Exactly. DG flopping. What's his excuse?
Right. Immediately you're into season mode. And they traded away Kenny Pickett and they chose Dillon Gabriel. Now they went off their own timeline. They traded Flacco, benched Flacco 6 weeks before they ever wanted to, or at least 2 weeks before they ever wanted to. But here we are, and there's no developing going on. He's flopped. He's done.
Yeah.
Right. So it's time. It's time for Shedeur. And if Shedeur is not ready, then a part of it is on them. But
that's right.
The timeline that should to pretend that Shedeur has any trajectory is that he doesn't. No, Shedeur.
Oh, I see. Yeah, right.
He was they benched him in the preseason.
Yeah, right.
Did not let their own draft pick run a 2-minute drill against the Rams' fourth teamers.
So is there an agenda here beyond
I mean, that to me, agenda is a strong word, and I don't think so.
Okay.
Like, do I think the situation's just awful? And
Yeah,
they're all sunk. Sure, but an agenda to keep him out, I don't see.
So
that.
then, if
I'm gonna tell you, I got you. I'm gonna tell you, the reason why these folk can't never see nothing with an agenda or sabotage or undermining Kaepernick, because they ain't never had it happen to them. And all the ones that done said it, the majority of them, is the other folk. They ain't never been scrutinized, stopped, pulled over by the police just because you were black. You ain't did nothing, but they stopped you. You walking down the street, cop pulled, where you going? They ain't never had none of that. So how you gonna realize it? How you gonna see what it is if you ain't never been in a situation to know what it feel like and to know how it look? You ain't gonna know. You ain't gonna know because you ain't never been in that situation. See, y'all need to watch Myron Golden. This the same situation. This the same situation, right? I'm gonna give you another analogy. So y'all can, it ain't about race. It ain't about race. So y'all can use this one instead of the last one. This one ain't about race. If I'm trying to be a millionaire and you trying to be a millionaire, but ain't neither one of us a millionaire. So how you gonna tell me how to be a millionaire? Let me say it again. If I'm trying to be a millionaire and you trying to be a millionaire, how you gonna tell me how to be a millionaire if we both ain't millionaires? We need to go talk to somebody that's a millionaire or that done been through what we've done been through and became a millionaire. That's who we need to talk to. We can't talk to nobody that ain't been through the same stuff or in the situation we want to be in. We can't talk to nobody. Because if I'm trying to do this and you right here on the same level with me, you ain't gonna know. Because if you knew, you would have been past me already. So we need to go and talk to somebody that done been there. So in this situation, these skin folk ain't been there. So how you gonna tell me it ain't sabotage, it ain't this, it ain't that, if you ain't never experienced it? You ain't gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna see it. Get on Rod, appreciate you. They ain't pushing that video. I get my video been a little bit too much controversial these last 2 weeks. Cause that's what they say. When your videos don't get that many views and stuff, they say it might the titles, they say the title either clickbait or it's a touchy subject. But then they'll say, well, your content not that good. Your video not that good. So I don't know. I'm still gonna put it out.
So this was what
Miss Robinson finally doing her job.
So this was what he reported. So he said there's a growing disconnect in Berea on the best approach at quarterback. Some coaches want to see Shedeur get meaningful reps and start, while some think Dillon is still the best option right now. One source in Berea told me there's no chance flat out that Dillon is the long-term answer. And then he said this week that they are absolutely discussing right now that there's discussion in the building whether the Browns should start Shedeur Sanders this week. Kevin Stefanski is still focused on developing Dillon Gabriel, but some in the organization believe Shedeur might give them a better chance to win in a spark right now.
All right, Jeremy, we got a boogie buddy, but we will react to that, okay?
Thank you, Jeremy.
So
why they cut that man off? Let that man talk. He's speaking truth. Because if there's a divide, now everybody ain't on the same accord. Because you done seen Dillon Gabriel and seen what he done gave you. Even with him being nominated Rookie of the Week, it's a divide. because they seen the tape, they seen the film, they tired of losing. But like I said, maybe it's a bigger thing, a bigger picture, a bigger person behind the scenes, which it always is. That's why you need to go watch my Roger Goodell video. That's why you need to go watch my Kevin Stefanski. Might really want to play Shedeur, but he can't. That's why you need to go watch that video. Because maybe that's what's going on. He can't talk. Kevin can't talk. Kevin can't play Shedeur. But he want to play Shedeur. And maybe it ain't. Maybe he don't like Shedeur. Maybe them folk in the building see what we already knew. We already knew Shedeur was that guy. Shedeur working hard. Shedeur knows the playbook. Shedeur knows the protection calls. Shedeur can throw accurate. Shedeur got the arm strength. Shedeur running 20 miles an hour. Maybe they see what we always seen, and they come into the realization, y'all know the word, I'm country folk, that Dillon Gabriel ain't it. Dillon Gabriel missing throws. Dillon Gabriel overthrows. Dillon Gabriel throwing the ball in the dirt to wide open receivers. Dillon Gabriel, according to Tommy Reese, can't see 60% of the time, and the windows is closed. That video dropping tomorrow. If y'all was in here for that, that was ridiculous. So don't tell me that, man. You been new. Nisa, they been new. Everybody was just playing the same tune because they wanted to keep their job. This went wrong with folks. They scared to lose their job. You're scared to lose your job, so you're going to do what you think you need to do to keep your job instead of being the bigger person and do the right thing. Because in the end of the day, this world ain't got nowhere to put you. You can lose your job and get another one. Trust me, they're gonna keep having jobs. They're gonna keep having jobs and people to work the job. But at the same time, we gonna end up, see, I don't even want to throw that in there, but let me go ahead and tell y'all, we gonna end up as a whole world, at least the United States, coming to a universal base pay. Y'all, I don't even want to get into that right now. But what I'm saying is, you ain't gonna need a job no more. The government gonna pay you to be a human and just living. You gonna have a universal base pay. I ain't saying they're coming no time soon, but that's where we headed. So you always gonna have a job up until that point. And even if you don't, you just gonna get paid to live. So yeah. And then the other part of that, start working for yourself then. That's what the government wants you to do anyway. Start working for yourself. So you either gonna go to that job, shut up, do what you're supposed to do, get your check, come home, enjoy it, or you gonna start your own stuff and make your own money. That's what I'm saying, Savage. I ain't gonna say cashless, but it might be a one world currency. That's all they need to do is tell the truth. They don't want to tell the truth. They don't want to tell the truth at all. Mo, you right. But this the first time Cleveland Browns, the organization, done had this much attention. Just not that show. Every Cleveland show is getting attention based off Shedeur. I ain't know none of these folks. I ain't even know what a Cleveland Brown was. Because I'm still confused. How you got a dog and an elf as your mascot? You confused about your mascot. I don't know what it means or nothing. But from looking on the outside, y'all look confused because you got two mascots and don't even match each other. You got a dog and an elf. Don't make no sense. Don't make No sense. And I know y'all ain't even thought about that, but I sat there, I was like, they got a dog pound, but got an F on the field. What? Anyway. So, yeah. You right, though, Mo. The only one we need to be listening to is G. Bush. Because he been speaking. G. Bush been telling the truth since I found G. Bush. And I ain't even know who G. Bush was. Dylan need more than a GPS. He need an automated electric car that drive itself. Because he'll still get lost with a GPS. Area without injury. Who? Hold 300 views at a time on my page. Take away like they probably shadow banning you. Yeah, I know what they doing. Yeah, I told you I ain't worried about it though. Okay, it gonna phase out. But I'm gonna keep. That's why I'm diversifying too. And I told y'all. Cause that song I played in the beginning. Wait till it hit renewed. They ain't firing Kevin. At least not yet. Man, when I asked about to do, he know the problems. Young Tail, Young Tall, Young Telly, whatever it is. I'm saying it wrong. The reason why Kevin get mad, either it's two things. Or deflect, it's two things. Either he got that devil in him, or he don't want to, he been told to evade the questions because they really want Shedeur to play. That's just my opinion. Me Robinson, what you talking about? They is confused, Carter. They is confused with their mascot. Every year, but they draw the line this year. Because that man come to change the franchise, and they ain't about to change the franchise. They just want to make money. It might be the devil, and it might be both. That's just my opinion. They with a dog. Good. Donnie, are you sure it's a dog? You sure it's not an elf? Because I'm still confused. And that's what insiders say. That's what I'm saying. That's what the insiders say. But who is the insiders? I seen another somebody a tweet what G. Bush said back in June. Quit saying you got sources. Name the source. Quit being anonymous. I had said the same thing. Quit saying you heard from. I heard from that you said. You already know that's a lie. Tell me who said it, man. Like, why y'all so scared to tell who said it? If you said it, you say it. I got it from a source. Like I told y'all before, I like y'all gotta sit there and pay attention to the words they saying. Because they'll sit there and say they got a source, but then in the same sentence, I think. No, so that's your opinion then. That ain't from the source. That's your opinion. But yeah, they need to start naming these sources now.
Thanks, Chief. Okay, obviously, great opportunity at our place, division opponent, second time around seeing this team. And like we've talked about all week, we have to go play our best football, have to do all those things in a game as an offense, defense, special teams that give you a chance. So have worked very hard this week and put in the work. And then Sunday we get to go do it in front of our fans, and that's the exciting part for us. So with that, I'll take any questions.
Denzel, did he just come down with this illness today?
Yeah, that was today, so I don't really have an update just yet.
With the oblique, was that today as well?
Yeah, just felt something early in practice, so did not finish.
You know, and if Alex will go on IR?
I do not believe we'll put him on IR.
Not Denzel, then Don Jones.
Yes.
The guy. What have you seen from him?
He has played some meaningful snaps for us. We trust a lot of these young players, and certainly would put him in that category. Dom is a guy that goes out, knows what to do, plays to his strengths, his physicality, his length.
Tyson, how have you seen him? Obviously, but if Denzel can't play, Tyson becomes the most experienced guy back there. Just how have you seen him kind of settle in over the last few weeks since he's here?
Yeah, I've been very, very impressed with Tyson, both on and off the field. Just how he goes about his business, how he works, how he fits in with his football team off the field. And then on the field, I just think he's played so physical, plays the run game, has made plays in the back end with the ball in the air. So I've been very impressed with Tyson.
Malik can't play. Mike, I think, only played 3 defensive snaps last game. Are you guys going to up his workload potentially?
Yeah, he's certainly doing better and better every single week, every day. So he's ready for a bigger workload for sure.
Can you just talk about how well Malik has been playing for you guys this season?
Yeah, Malik's obviously, I think, playing at an extremely high level. Big part of our success up front, both in the run game and in the pass game. Mary Kay, just how disruptive he can be, defeating blocks one-on-one. I think he runs games really, really well with all of our guys. So he's been a extremely productive player for us.
How much does that, Malik can't go? How much more does that put? Does that put more on his plate?
Well, I'm not ruling Malik out just yet. So hopefully, yes. But in that scenario, we trust our guys to step up if they get a bigger share of reps and those type of things. But Mason similarly has done a very good job in a bunch of different areas. And I think it's probably no surprise that he's got a guy like Malik that he can watch work at his craft every single day.
Following up on that with Mason, obviously a lot of people just look at the raw stats, specifically sacks when they look at that defensive lineman. What have you seen out of him, maybe beyond those numbers that show the progress he's making
Yeah, I don't know that anybody is only looking at sacks. If they are, they're not looking at the whole picture when it comes to defensive line play. I know around the league the importance is placed on pressures and is placed on their ability to affect the quarterback. And obviously when they result in sacks, that's ideal. But the ability to affect the quarterback is the most important thing that a defensive lineman can do.
Hey, you just said that. Boy don't need to name them sort, just like the Giant didn't name them sort. And you believed it. But I done heard somebody say it too. You believe negativity more than you believe positivity. You'll believe something negative before you believe something positive. That's just how the people have been wired and how the world works. The negative stuff gains more attention than the positive stuff. I ain't seen not one person on Cleveland media, not even Tony Rizzo, as far as I know, I ain't seen nothing, talked about Shedeur giving that car to that woman. I ain't seen not one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe y'all seen something. But I ain't seen not one of these Cleveland sports shows that talk how bad Shedeur was. Shedeur got a speeding ticket. Shedeur got a speeding ticket. Shedeur got a speeding ticket. Mary Kay ain't wrote an article about Shedeur Sanders giving a car away. They were mad he went to the hood. But Shedeur gave a car away. You ain't heard nothing. Nothing. You mean to tell me a speeding ticket bigger than a story of him helping a woman with a car so she can get back and forth to her job, taking her kids where they need to go? Like, pick and choose, but it ain't negative. You talk about the hood because it's black folk. That's the hood. They supposed to be over there. It's a reason why they over there. We ain't supposed to be helping them. This man orchestrated a whole community fun fest off his money, off his brand, off his influence. Not the Browns, not the NFL. Because I guarantee you, I done told y'all, when people talk about Shedeur, what they say? They say Shedeur Sanders. They don't say Cleveland Browns quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. They say Shedeur Sanders. You ain't gotta include. That's why the NFL. Let me get my close up. That's why the NFL didn't like how Shedeur was moving. I told y'all in there, Roger Goodell, they got to protect the shield at all costs. Shedeur was a threat to the shield, not because he was speaking against the NFL or he going against the NFL. The NFL can't make no money from him. Shedeur was the start of a change, which I labeled prime equity. If you go back and look at prime equity definition that I created, and the AI has took it over, and you can Google it now, prime equity clause, and it's gonna come up, especially on TikTok. And when you're doing it on TikTok, my video, the song gonna be one of the sources. And how can you get the song that accurate with the lyrics and the words if you didn't create it? I'm just saying. But back to my statement. Shedeur is the change that's going to happen in the NFL where these players with these brands, they don't need the NFL to create a brand for them. Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, Kyler Murray, all these other players, they brand got created while they was in the NFL. Lamar Jackson wasn't the big star like he is now. Patrick Mahomes wasn't the star like he is now. Kyler Murray ain't the star like I'm just using him because he was in that collusion case. They weren't the stars that they are now. Shedeur was already a star. Shedeur already a celebrity. Shedeur can go do what Shiloh doing and create content and still be good. He'll still get Nike endorsements, Delta. He'll still get all that because of he's Shedeur Sanders, not Cleveland Browns quarterback. That's the difference. That's the difference. Now, when Arch Manning get drafted, it's going to be a whole totally flipped scenario because y'all know the main reason why. Because it's coming. That's why I'm going to start talking about Arch Manning. So I'm going to let y'all know now. I'm gearing up to start talking about him because it's the same thing. It's the same thing happening with Shedeur, but it's going to be flipped. Because one white, one black. One come from a family that everybody love. One come from one person that's happened to be his dad that some people hate for no reason. But you can't hate on Eli and Peyton. You can't hate on them. That's why Arch can be named as the front runner for the Heisman before he even throw a pass. That's why he can be projected number one overall pick and ain't threw a pass. Yeah, he is. He's interesting. I guarantee you that. Wait till that draft come up. The only reason why you say that, Young, is exactly what I said. It ain't no negativity around him until he started playing bad. It wasn't no negativity around Arch Manning until he started playing bad. And they still don't talk about him as bad as they were talking about Shedeur, and Shedeur was playing good. Come on now. It's the setup. I gotta talk about it. I got to. Where we was at. I'm about to go ahead and get up out there. I don't want to listen to Kevin no more. I had to watch it on my own. But I'm definitely got to watch that 92.3 The Fan. I definitely got to watch that. Appreciate y'all on Twitch. We still doing the giveaway. We getting ready. I'll put out the official announcement next week. I don't know what day yet, but for y'all, the one that been here, y'all already in it. Y'all already got y'all name into the contest for the drawing. So let me tell y'all how it worked. For the ones that been here, y'all already seen it. Gonna be the same exact way. I'm gonna put everybody's name on a random wheel. I'll put your name in, then we're gonna spin it. Whoever name it land on, they win the jersey. But they gotta be in here. They gotta be on the live stream while I pick the jersey, because you gotta send me, you gotta email me your name and your address so I can ship it to you. And I promise you, I'm not a creep. I promise you, I ain't gonna keep your information. I ain't gonna steal it. I ain't gonna send you nothing you ain't supposed to get. I'm just letting you know, because I know folk out here crazy. Admin Robinson 420, they ain't received nothing else. Y'all ain't got nothing else from me. Nothing. And you barely got that from it, because all I did was pay for it. Fanatics and all them shipped it. But yeah, they're gonna be my what? They're gonna be my 5th Shedeur jersey. They're gonna be my 5th Shedeur jersey. I done bought. And 3 of them I done gave away. So yeah. Who got pulled over? Mal Garrett. Yeah, he good at marketing himself. Yep. Man, look, everybody jealous. I don't know, Savage. Eli beat the GOAT twice. Really, both of them are first ballot Hall of Famer. Peyton and Eli both fought first ballot, bro. I ain't saying they athletic and impacted the game like Dion did, but they first ballot Hall of Famers, both of them. But that don't justify colluding against Shedeur and gonna praise Art. That don't justify that. He got pulled over. Art Manning. Yeah, I know he ain't coming out to 27, but everybody think he gonna come out. The Browns tanking to get Art. Well, y'all don't know nothing. Half of these quarterbacks that were projected to get drafted this year gonna stay in college because they've been playing so bad. And the Lord sell about the transfer. Maybe, from what I seen, he might transfer. Clemson, Penn State, and LSU quarterbacks were projected to be first-round picks. All them horrible. Nussmeier still might get drafted at number 2 just because his dad, the head coach, the offensive coordinator. So it ain't gonna matter how bad he play. He know he locked in the first 5 picks. Yeah, he did play 2 sports. But yeah. Yeah, I'm probably gonna make about 8 to 10 million next year. Yup. Look. I don't know if it was scripted or not. I wasn't in it like I am now, with the details. I was just a young player watching football and enjoying it. I wasn't thinking that much. I was just thinking this a good game. Wow, Eli Manning just beat Tom Brady and they were undefeated. Yes, I knew they were trash. Mendoza, he just got on the right team right now. Indiana just done came up because that mainly they coach. He whatever system he got going on, it worked. Whatever system he got, he probably ain't even the players, far as the quarterback and some of the system he got is working because he did it at James Madison. And that's why he got hired at Indiana. Because he was winning at James Madison and he brought the same system. That's how some of these high school coaches do the same thing. They jump from high school to high school and they got a system that works. And it ain't the players, it's the system. Yeah, the McKinnon and that, yeah. Shedeur speeding the biggest thing. Look, you know what I'm saying? So now I don't know nothing about that. That was before my time. The Oregon ain't the same team neither. Kathy, what you mean? You own it. Oh, you saying what I'm saying? I'm on it. You own it. Not O-N, but O-W-N. They changed the vernacular and the meaning of that sentence or them three words when you said O-W-N instead of O-N. That made me think a little bit. And I'm talking about that little three words too much because that ain't even, anyway. If the ticket was free, I still won't go. I wouldn't go neither. Art pulled over. They got a picture. I had a picture for y'all. I ain't never show it. How fast where you going? Rolling through a solid red crosswalk light. Wow. Fell into a complete stop. I ain't signed in on Instagram. And I'll pull it up right here. There you go. Hold on. Here it is right here. And y'all see that good. And it was October, the end of October. He tried to hand the officer his license, but it was intercepted. These folks crazy, man. Ain't nobody got that picture. I got it on my phone. I got it on my phone. Let me see, can I find it right quick before I get off? Man, that is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. Having all that money, bro. What he did. Man, it was a picture. Ari Manning was listening to Little Baby. I had to find it. I got it on my phone, but I just ain't put it up. But y'all probably seen it. I'm trying to get off, Savage. You talking about check my email. Y'all go to Sub the Savage channel. When they happen? What game was it? Cody, what's going on? Wow, under concussion protocol. Wow. They're probably why he ran through it. They're crazy. But yeah, now Shedeur would have put his code. Look, that man would have been everywhere. They would have threw Shedeur under the stadium. They probably would have buried Shedeur alive. They still be talking about that to this day. That's crazy. But let me go ahead and get all that thing, man. I appreciate y'all for coming. And for the ones that ain't never said nothing, y'all just lurking and looking. Appreciate you. Just hit that like button. Subscribe and share and tell your friend about that money, man. You already know. And hold on. Don't forget. I need y'all to go subscribe the Savage channel. But then also go to Renewed Gospel, because we growing over there. And I'm telling you, I got these bangers. I got more dropping every day. For right now, it's every day. I'm uploading one every day. And then one I played earlier, I'm going to play again. We were working on that one earlier too. And it took me a minute to switch that up. It didn't sound quite right, so I had to redo it. But if you want to get your praise on, but you want a little bass in it, if you want a vibe, if you want some traditional, that's coming too. I got all the different versions of the gospel. If you want some Michael Jackson type, if you want God Be the Plug original, if you want some cleanup, what I messed up, if you want He's Able, if it's something about the name Jesus, is it Amazing Grace? Let the church say amen. You can't give up now. He brought me this far, not to leave me. Next Sunday, another original. If you like DJ Khaled, Drake, if you want 50 Cent in the church, not in the club, I said in the church, I got that one too. God give me style, God give me grace. Donna McClurkin, Terry Tashaka, Kurt Franklin again, Melody from Heaven. Never would have made it without you. It's all on there. That's all on there. They ain't gonna say nothing, Sab. But appreciate y'all coming. Hit that like button. Subscribe and share. Tell your friend about that money, man. You already know one last time. Change that background. There it is. We out of here. Appreciate y'all.
If you believe it, just whisper. He ain't a request. Church, if you're breathing today, you got a reason to give God praise. If he woke you up, if he kept your mind, if he made a way out of no way, just lift your hands right now and say, Lord, you always come through. Lord, you do it. Slow worshiping. He always comes through. So much so dear of me. Glory. Give him glory. He always comes through. Yes, he does. Glory. Won't he do it? He always comes through. He always comes through. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Won't he do it? He always comes through. Oh, yes, he does. Yeah. Won't he do it? He always comes through. He always comes through. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. If you know he came through. Yes, he does. If you know he came through for you. Yes, he does. What to do? He always comes through. He always comes. He always comes through. I feel breakthrough in the room. I feel chains breaking right now. He didn't fail me. He never. He never. He never. He always comes through. He always finds. I feel breakthrough in the room. He always. I feel chains breaking right now. He never. He never. He never walked away. No, never walked away. Never. He never turned his back. Never. Somebody that knows God still works miracles. Somebody that knows God still works miracles. Open your mouth and give him praise right now. He's helping me. He's helping me. He always comes through. He always does. He always does. He always comes through. Every time. If you know he came through. If you know he came through. He always comes through. He always comes through. All right, church, catch your breath. But don't you stop praising him. We almost done. But he's not done blessing. He always comes through. Say it until you believe it. He always comes through. Say it until you believe it. He always. He always. He always. He always. If you believe it, just a whisper. If you believe it, just a whisper. He always comes through. He always comes through. Always. He always comes Woke up in the morning, hallelujah, feel so bright. Faith on my shoulder like wings taking flight. Lost in the struggle, but his love brings the light. From darkness to dawn, seen his grace in my sight. Holy book on the dash, ride clean, free from fear. Hear the angels whisper melodies in my ear. Spirit so loudly dance like David right here. In the valley of shadows, yet my past stays. Oh, I'm blessed, heaven knows I'm blessed. Never second guess, shielded from the stress. Heart carried high, soul in God's caress. Faith in every stride, trials turn to yes. Rain falling heavy, yeah, my roots dig deep. Foundation solid on his word I sleep. Covenant strong promises he'll keep. Miracles unfold, so and now I read. Troubles and trials, but I stand firm in faith. Walk through the fire, yet I emerge unscathed. Testimony singing praise ever so great. Reflections of mercy, love that never wanes. Oh, I'm blessed, heaven knows I'm blessed. Never second guess, shielded from the stress. Heart carried high, soul in God's caress. Faith in every stride, trials turn to yes.
Woke up in the morning, hallelujah, feel so bright. Faith on my shoulders like wings taking flight. Lost in the struggle, but his love brings the light. From darkness to dawn, seen his grace in my sight. Holy book on the dash, ride clean, free from fear. Hear the angels whisper melodies in my ear. Spirit so loudly dance like David right here. In the valley of shadows, yet my path stays clear. Oh, I'm blessed, heaven knows I'm blessed. Never second guess, shielded from distress. Heart carried high, soul in God's caress. Faith in every stride, trials turn to yes. Rain falling heavy, yet my roots dig deep. Foundation solid, on his word I sleep. Covenant strong, promises he'll keep. Miracles unfold, so and now I read. Troubles and trials, but I stand firm in faith. Walk through the fire, yet I emerge unscathed. Testimony singing praise ever so great. Reflections of mercy, love that never wane. Oh, I'm blessed. Feel so bright, faith on my shoulders, like wings taking flight, lost in the struggle, but his love brings the light. From darkness to dawn, seen his grace in my sight. Holy book on the dash, right clean, free from fear. Hear the angels whisper melodies in my ear. Spirit so lively, dance like David right here. In the valley of shadows, yet my path stays clear. Oh, I'm blessed, heaven knows I'm blessed. Never second guess, shielded from distress. Heart carried high, soul in God's caress. Faith in every stride, trials turn to yes. Rain falling heavy, yet my roots dig deep. Foundation solid, on his word I sleep. Covenant strong, promises he'll keep. Miracles unfold, so and now I reap. Troubles and trials, but I stand firm in faith. Walk through the fire, I emerge unscathed. Testimony singing praise ever so great. Reflections of mercy, love that never wane. Oh, I'm blessed.
Heaven knows I'm blessed. Never second guess. Shielded from the stress. Heart carried high. Soul in God's caress. Faith in every stride.
Trials turn to joy.